Okay, so we're going to be adding color to our artwork with the colored pencils after you have outlined everything with the Sharpie. We're going to be using the colored pencils just like we did with the color worksheets. I'm going to expect you to be coloring solidly. Every building is going to need to have blending of colors on it, and there's going to be two different ways to do it. So the first way is to take one of your colors and you're going to be coloring it solidly. So if I'm going to do the bottom of this building in this dark green, I'm going to carefully go around the edges of where I want this color to be, and I'm going to be coloring it solidly, making sure no white paper is showing through. The next color that I want to use, or that I want it to go into, I'll color above. So these are pretty different. One is a lot lighter. So I'm going to be able to blend these together and get an intermediate color. You can use 3 colors on a building. You can use 2 colors. You can blend 4 or 5 if you really want to. So it just means that you're going to color a larger area on either end. So now where I want to blend these together, I'm going to start with my lighter color and color that lightly. And then I'm going to use my darker or more dominant color, and I'm going to start to put a little bit of that pigment down very lightly. Going a little bit darker to where I have it colored solidly, because I want to make a nice blending from light to dark. And you can see that's already happening. Now I'm going to go back with my lighter color and pressing firmly. I'm going to use that like as a blender pencil. And you can see it has overtaken that dark color a little bit. So now, again, lightly with the darker color, because I want this to be a nice smooth transition, I'm going to add a little bit more of the pigment. So you might have to go back a couple times. So you can do that with any colors. You can see on this one, I did the purples to the pink to the red. So another way to add shading or color, and I'm going to show you on the window, is if you color solidly. It works really good for windows or for some other shapes. You can color one color over the entire area. And then you can use a darker color to shade with. So I can use a dark blue now, and I'm going to go at the corners, around the edges a little bit. I can think about going on one side of whatever object I'm using this, and I'm going a little bit lighter now with this dark blue, because I'm just putting a little bit of tint of that color on there. I can maybe put a little bit over here on this corner too. If I needed to, I could go back over it with the lighter blue. You can also add some glare lines if you have a window or something like that. If you cover up any detail lines with your colored pencils, you cannot go back over it with the marker. You have to go with a dark colored pencil to make that pop out again, because otherwise the waxiness of the colored pencils will clog the markers. That's it. You're not going to be coloring any sky. Sky will be done with watercolor.